Alrighty, what is up, guys? Evanaldo here. Wanted to give you a Bitcoin Ethereum update. Unfortunately, nothing is looking any better right now. More rare bearish signs. We'll talk about it. The latest I've been doing here. So I doubled my Bitcoin short the other day. This played out pretty well. Hit the next take profit. This was a risk-free trade that worked out well. Took a swing short in Atom over the weekend. Hit the first take profit. Profits are locked in for that. That did pretty well so far. Doubled the Doge short because why not? It's Doge. Yeah, risk free. Why not? So that's doing well so far. Doubled the Bitcoin short. Risk free trade that was stopped out in profit. I'm in a new trade right now. Can't show it because unfair to the people in the exclusive Discord. But if you guys are interested, link in description below. Also, if you guys don't mind, please follow my Twitch. Going live later today. The live streams are now exclusively on Twitch. We have a lot of fun on there. You guys could really interact with me on there, ask me questions. I'm always happy to answer them. So check it out. Link in description below. Let's get into the analysis. So let's start with Bitcoin here. The yellow X right here on Bitcoin on the 12 days, obviously a pretty rare bearish sign. It's never happened before. A yellow X in any large time frame like this, any high time frame like this could be a nightmare. It could be very bad. What I would kind of compare it to is possibly, one of the really bad, red dots back here or back here of what could, end up happening. There always is that possibility with FTX going down, with, worst possible case scenario happening with a lot of, this crypto space. It is absolutely possible. 51% just like that would bring you right down to 9,300, which could potentially be in the cards. I consider this to be kind of a capitulation market, which could last for the next, couple weeks, next 3 to 4 weeks. From here it started December 15th all the way to January 13th, about a month. Right when this one started, November 9th, it could be, 2-3 more weeks of just a nightmare here. So, you could ultimately get away with not doing any longs for kind of that amount of time, most likely. And, not financial advice, but for long term, wait a few weeks, wait to see what happens with these rare bearish signs. 10-day as well, it's about to print the red dot here, kind of the same as the 12-day. What I want to show you is the 8-day, another yellow X. Typically you get 4 or 5 before you really hit a bottom. If this goes out until January, which it potentially could, who knows? This is a different market than the last two, but I think it'll bottom before then, but it could absolutely go out there. Another 2 yellow X's by then into January, kind of before a bottom at this general area. On the weekly, some good places to absolutely keep an eye on is number one would be the 500 weekly moving average. This is at 11K. It's a huge place of support. And also the 400 weekly moving average. There's not too much historical support at this area, but 13.6 right now is, it's kind of below this area. That could be a huge place for a potential, long, because price tends to historically, not as much with the 200 or the 300 weekly moving average lately in this bear market, but price historically tends to bottom out and respect. See, right here is the 200 weekly moving average, right here is the 300. So historically tends to respect those areas. This bear market, not as much, but we'll see. And then the 6-day as well, another place I'm looking at for a potential bottom here is just with the money flow. See right here with this money flow last time, we still have potentially a little bit more to go down. That's 41%. We could go down a little bit more here to potentially get down 41%. That's 11K. A lot of things point to those areas. Now, I know my original kind of predictions were 400 weekly moving average as a bottom. Things are getting worse. You had FTX go down. That's like CZ said. That's bringing the crypto face back a few years. That's one of the worst possible things that could have happened here. So we got to take that into account. Now, some of these time frames, I know in ETH, looks really bad on the 5-day. These time frames, not so much to, kind of neutral, more bearish. Here, you're not even in the red yet on the 2-day. For a bottom, historically, back here, you had to be, somewhat deeper into the red on the 2-day. That'd be that kind of path to come into that red. So you might have a little bit longer to wait here, like I've been saying. 16-hour coming into the red there. I think that VWAP could just curve back over, give you a red dot, bring you down to one of these areas. These areas are going to be big. That's where I'm looking to potentially take more profits on. The shorts I'm in for some things right now. And yellow X right here, you came up a little bit. You had a little jump up over the weekend. You kind of see those liquidation wicks on Sundays a lot of times. Then after that, usually Usually right here, this tends to be the top. Not always, but usually this place right here could end up being the top. Could bring us right back down. And what I like on some of these lower time frames here for a potential short is the split RSI. See right here, these split RSIs that brought us down to a new low. We could kind of repeat that, come down another, I don't know, 6.2% or something right around there, back to kind of where we were, that double bottom maybe, and then continue forward, continue downward possibly. So that's what we're looking at right now. Lower time frames, money coming up. I think it could just roll over here. You're in a bear market. A lot of times things just roll over. I'm curious how the 10-minute looks. Already starting to kind of roll over, coming back into the red. Could absolutely bring us down. Now, ETH looks, I would say, even worse than Bitcoin right now. I think this is kind of a ticking time bomb. And my kind of estimate, just long term, if you guys are curious what I think could happen with this, approximately, just kind of a rough estimate here, but approximately what we could see in the next bull run. You come up down here, 2023, at least the first half of it's a big accumulation phase, maybe around 600, 500. And then you make your gradual incline towards the end of the year, and it just keeps coming back. And that's where you could get your, 10 to 20x. You could get up to some of these areas, potentially 10K, maybe even 14K in the next bull run. Who knows? We'll have to see when that does play out. But double blood diamonds right here is definitely a very, very rare bearish sign. It could absolutely just push through all this support right here and just lose it and come down to that area. Also on your 12-day, I believe, is now getting a red dot, and it could be kind of like this one. I mean, money flow is higher here, but it still could absolutely bring you down, quite a bit here. I believe that's probably a 60% drop, 56% drop, and let's see where that would bring us to approximately. Right, yeah, I mean, right to kind of that area that we'd be looking at. So that could be huge within the next couple of weeks of where we could end up. Also kind of on your daily here coming down, money flow, or waiting for that money flow to kind of come down, get deep into the red there. That could happen, it could happen quick, or it could be dragged out. I don't know. I think it will happen, historically based on what's happened in previous bear markets, next 3 to 4 weeks, next 2 to 4 weeks, something of that nature. Some of these time frames here, you do have the bearish or bullish div. Yeah, you do have a bullish div right here. I don't know if it'll play out too well. You could come up a little bit, but it looks like, in terms of what I was saying, like on Bitcoin, it looks like things are starting to roll over. Your VWAPs and some of these lower time frames are starting to curve back down. I believe you're losing. You're losing this spiral line right here. So it seems like that's going to act as resistance rather than support. And you did have on your 30-minute bearish div right here, which kind of could have marked a local top. 15-minute could easily roll over, and like I've been talking about on your 10-minute, seems already starting to roll over. So that's what I'm looking at right now for the short term. Does not look too good. Let's look at Atom a little bit, because especially if we capitulate in the next few weeks, a lot of these are going to, the altcoins are really going to come down a lot. We're seeing CRO really crash. We're seeing a lot of coins really crash right now. So what I'm looking at just on Atom, I mean, the weekly looks as bad as possible. Just look at that money flow. Bearish div confirmed. It's already starting to play out. I think a lot of these altcoins could kind of come down to big historical places that price is stuck to, such as $4 to $5 for Atom. 12-day is the same type of deal. I mean, red dot, money flow coming out. I'm just curious on the 10-day here as well. Blood diamond. Think that's going to play a lot more than how it already has. And I'm looking at just some of these time frames right here. Blood diamond on the 3-day. Was there another? I mean, when you're seeing a lot of blood diamonds in high time frames like this, it just does not look good. And what I want to show you here on the 4-day, it's one of the reasons why I went short this weekend, last week or a few days ago. Split RSIs right here curving down. Feel like you got to come kind of deeper into the red to really have this play out, and that could bring you down to that kind of historical place, and that could be the percentage down for a lot of these altcoins here. Look, I mean, right here to here, if you come down, it could be 60 to 70% for some of these. It could be 60 to 70% for some of these. So be careful out there. Wait a few weeks, see what happens. Obviously, never financial advice. If you guys want to trade, link in description below, BITGET down below, and make sure to check out my exclusive Discord for some of my exclusive TA and trade entries. Really good community, and there are a lot of really good traders. Obviously, never recommend anyone just blindly follow some guy on YouTube's trades. It's never going to work out well, but a lot of education, a lot you could learn in there, so check that out. Also, my trading course, Discount code 20% off, discount code bear market 20, link in the description below. A lot of people have really liked that. That's if you want to learn TA, all the things kind of I wish I knew before I got into trading. A lot of people really liked it, so check that out. Follow me on Twitch, link in the description below. That should be it, guys. Please like the video. Please subscribe to the channel if you're new. Have a good one. Goodbye.